Restaurant scene is always changing, so once a week or so, we like to check in with this city's expert on the subject. Jennifer Biggs, who's the food and dining editor for the Daily Memphian, joins us from her kitchen in East Memphis tonight, and we have some fun topics to talk about. First, Jennifer, I've really enjoyed your series on Summer Avenue and what an eclectic mix it has when it comes to restaurants, the whole stretch. And in this series, you basically split up Summer Avenue into 4 segments, and this week was the final installment, stretching from Mendenhall to Stage Roads. What'd you find there?
Well, we started there with Lotus, which has been around, since 1980. We found, of course, we have dim sum at Asian Palace. That's a big deal because you can get it at a place out in Bartlett too. This is not the only place in town, but it's huge. The place will seat 400 people on a Saturday and Sunday for cart service, dim sum, which are tiny little plates of specialty foods, dumplings, things like turnip cakes, better than they sound, chicken feet, not my favorite thing, but lots of fun stuff to go in and experience. You can eat it during the week, but the cart goes around on the weekends. Found a pool hall. There's a huge pool hall back on Old Summer Road that has a bar and a grill in there with cold beer and pool tournaments and great burger. There's that great china where you can go in on the weekend and get dumplings and all kinds of things to go. There's so much. Listen, from Summer Avenue, from where it starts at East Parkway to where it goes back into Highway 70 out at 4-way in Bartlett, where all the 4 roads converge. There's so much on Summer, and everybody, one of the last fewer than 300 remaining drive-ins in the country even. It's just a street that you need to explore. I know a lot of people do it anyway, but do it before. I mean, we have a Chipotle, we have a Chick-fil-A. Who knows what's going to happen over in the coming years to Summer Avenue? Please take advantage of it now and get out and enjoy it.
Some good advice. Also this week, you showed readers how South Main continues to add new food retail to follow all the residential growth in that trendy area of downtown. What's the newest addition?
It's called Big River Market, and I'll tell you, it's an interesting little market. It's great, kind of an upscale convenience market. Somebody said, does that just mean expensive? And no, it doesn't. It means that it has nice cheese cases, and it has good beer, and has a little bit of a higher end product, but you can run in and grab a candy bar and a cup of coffee too. But it's interesting to me that it was this kind of cool hipster Austin transplant. Came to Memphis in COVID. He had an option: do I stay? My job is gone, or do I go back to Austin? And he said he wants to stay in Memphis. And instead, he did this instead of going back to Austin because he thinks Memphis is just on the verge of a culinary golden age, is what he told me. So
okay.
That was.
I'm running tight on time, but finally I wanted to talk about an article one of your colleagues wrote about, which I'm sure had a lot of interest, where they went in search of a dozen places which welcome our 4-legged friends. We don't have time for all of them, but give us a brief summary.
Well, dogs, people love to take their dogs. First of all, breweries are always going to welcome your dog. If you want to go to a brewery, I can't think of any brewery in town that wouldn't let you bring them. In fact, if they know you have a dog, they may make you go home and get your dog. I don't know. I think that those are very popular. Celtic Crossing. But the Arrive Hotel was a place that sort of surprised me. Booyah's out in Collierville. If there's a place, Brookhaven Pub. If you want to take your dog, read the article and find out where you can take your dog and have him or her welcome on the patio.
Or both, as the
Even
case
in
may
the
be.
hotel.
Okay, thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah.
To read the full list of pooch-friendly places, as well as Jennifer's stories about South Main's new upscale convenience store and places to dine along Summer Avenue, head over to thedailymemphian.com. That is thedailymemphian.com. My thanks to Jennifer Biggs, the food and dining editor, for being with us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Richard.